NewsNation live from New York. I'm Connell McShane. Good to be with you. President today standing by Secretary of War Pete Hegseth defending the second strike on that alleged drug trafficking boat that's been in the news so much here in recent days, reportedly killing survivors who were not posing a threat. Trump also doubling down on the military operation aimed at Venezuela, saying that land attacks could start very soon. We have the Daily Take now as we welcome in Geraldo Rivera. What do you make of the way this thing has developed and how Hegseth and Trump spoke about it today?
Well, I mean, starting from Venezuela's point of view, they are taking it very seriously. Connell, good to see you. Yep. Russian tourists in Venezuela, I am told, are now leaving the country. Venezuela, as a socialist state, became a big tourist mecca for Russians, going to Isla Margarita and Angel Falls and other beautiful sites that I have seen. So the Russians were there. They were told by their own officials to get out of Venezuela. So it's clear that they expect that some kinetic military action will soon take place. In terms of the press conference, I found it interesting that the person being thrown overboard is Admiral Bradley, the head of Special Forces Command. He's the one who was left in the room when the two survivors presumably were seen in the video, and the order was given to take them out. Which would be actionable, I think. We kill pirates, we don't kill shipwreck survivors, Connell.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% that this idea of standing up for Admiral Bradley, that's a funny way of doing it by, identifying that he was the one who made the decision and that you essentially had nothing to do with it, or as Hegseth said today, moved on to his next meeting by that point and didn't see it. But then he says, well, then I'll stand by him. Here's what Trump said about it, by the way, in that cabinet meeting earlier today. Here's the president.
Pete didn't know about a second attack having to do with two people. I want those boats taken out. And if we have to, we'll attack on land also, just like we attack on sea. And there's very little coming in by sea. I think we've knocked out over 90% of it.
So that's on the merits of it. They say that they've knocked out 90% of it. Hegseth has said there's, it's tough to find boats to strike. So to your point, this land strike might be the next move.
If it is the next move, it will be a tremendous escalation. Yeah. And the people of South America have been very, very suspicious over the years of the Yankee imperialism. It will be met, I think, if they put boots on the ground, it will be met with a tremendous uproar from throughout Latin America. I don't know how in the world the president thinks he can get in and get out with this kind of surgical cleanliness that he's portraying. It's extremely, extremely difficult. In terms, just last word on Admiral Bradley.
Sure.
The fog of war is real. As a war correspondent for decades, I know how difficult it is to sort fact from fiction or half fact from half fiction and so forth. So and furthermore, I think that once something is that those boats clearly now have been put in the orbit of war. They are declaring war on us. They are waging war on the United States, and their destruction is was very crucial to protect the homeland from these enemies. But fog of war doesn't protect you when you can see people floating and clinging to wreckage. But they say that there's going to be, the Secretary of the Navy is going to conduct a thorough investigation, and they are promising results of the thorough investigation on December 10th. So let's see what they come up with. But your eyes don't deceive you. You can see the boat being, destroyed, and presumably, if you saw the rest of the video, you would see the people clinging to the wreckage and decide for yourself whether, even in the fog of war, even with the split-second decision, whether that was appropriate. I think Congress, certainly the Democrats, will make the most of this to attack the president's policy in Venezuela.
Some Republicans have spoken out about it as well, or at least said there are questions that should be asked. Bradley's supposed to brief in a classified setting members of Congress later in the week.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.